everybody. We're here. We're back. It's WrestleMania time, baby. I don't know if you are excited. I'm excited. WrestleMania. It is my third favorite holiday. I am so hyped and so happy for WrestleMania. But as you know, I am your man, K Marvel. Coming soon is that guy, Quiet Storm.
It's me, Sans Twitter.
Why you not? Why you? I don't. Oh yeah, that's right.
And StrykerDragoon, what's up?
What? I don't. Oh. And as always, we are your four corners of commentary. Guys, come on! It's Mania season. You're not excited about Mania?
Of course, we're excited about
It's
Mania.
2 days away.
Of course,
2
we're
days.
excited about WrestleMania. We're so excited that Troy's shirt is keying out.
Yeah,
Wow.
explosively.
He's Bakugo.
Definitely Bakugo. That's what I wore for my cosplay, by the way. I just haven't worn it since.
So you wore it because it's going to be an explosive WrestleMania?
Yeah, should be a great WrestleMania.
Anyways, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. As always, you hear me, right? All right, cool. As always, we appreciate you, and we thank y'all for tuning in every week. Strike, what's going on, bro?
Chilling. After this, I gotta go set up my wheel of fortune for this double game giveaway.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night. Been playing Resident Evil like crazy, and it's been losing my heart little by little every night. But it's been good. I've been extremely happy with what they did with the game. I'm actually, jumping scared and stuff of that nature playing it. But congrats to Capcom. It's a 10 out of 10 for me once again.
Yeah. So would you say that it improves on the original?
Well, there's stuff missing here and there, but I feel what they took out, they added a lot more in. But there's nothing that DLC can't fix.
Okay. Did they change enough to for it to not be the same game? You know what I mean? Like as in as in a story.
More fully fleshed out. No,
Okay.
I mean it's still pretty much the same story. It's just they took out little bits and they fleshed out a lot more. But
Got you.
It's definitely more of an action game. I feel Capcom's been doing their action games in a sense of adding fighting game elements or a lot more immersive elements to it. So, for example, if you play on PlayStation, when you're approaching I forgot what they call them, Ganados. There we go. When you're approaching the Ganados and you're hearing the crowd, in the background. They're making their grunts or their noises or whatever. Typical approaching zombies thing.
Right.
The DualSense, which is the PS5 controller for that, for people that don't know, it starts to give a heartbeat in the actual controller. So it just adds to the element of surprise with the game, basically. But different elements, it's a lot more survival horror than action, but you still feel, like you're Rambo in there with guns and ammo and stuff like that. But they cut down a lot of the ammo. Before you could get a lot of ammo. Now you can't get that much ammo. You have to really run with what you have and learn how to, maneuver and do what you can with what you have. So, I know at the end of the game or close to the end of the game, you get a gun that's unlimited ammo. I don't know if you have to unlock it by beating the game, but you definitely get that.
People haven't played it yet. Oh, God.
Well, I'm just telling people it's something to look forward to for your second or third playthrough. It's an unlockable.
But that's not. Oh man,
it's like the first game.
That is rude and disrespectful.
Rude because you don't like spoilers, or
No, there are a lot of people that don't. It's not just the
Most
4 of
If
us.
million
you
people
played
don't.
the original game, there's a gun
It
that you
doesn't
can unlock.
matter. It doesn't
Normal people
matter.
don't like spoilers.
It
I'm
does
not
not
telling
matter.
you
Spoiling
story
hard.
bits
You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Coming
because
in
I
and
swore that there's a
screaming with
gun
everything
that
and
does
spoiling your
everything.
game and everything.
Just spoiling games and shit. God
Gosh,
damn.
giving people something to look
Anyways.
forward to. Jesus.
Disgusting, really.
Stretch, what's going on with you, man?
No, I can't complain. You know, I'm out here cooking, eating healthy. You know, that's what we're chefing up today. I don't know if you guys can see that. We got
You
some
gotta
brown
turn it up
rice.
a little bit, man. Look
Little
like
bit
some
more.
shrimp in there.
Got some brown rice, chicken, grilled chicken, sauteed spinach.
He sent some in the mail, so we should be getting ours in 23 hours.
In an envelope.
Can't wait. I'm excited. So real quick before we get on some different subjects, what's up with your in parentheses, sir?
I am Twittering no more as of this moment forward. Why? Because my Twitter was taken over by some Lithuanian Bitcoin maniac.
Sure.
I've had enough.
He's done. He's over it.
Well, that's how it be.
Taking a Twitter break.
Yeah,
Shout
take
out
a
to
break.
the
break.
Look, man.
I mean, it has a lot of benefits, a lot of I guess good things you can take away from not being on Twitter, as well as just the experience of being on Twitter and having that that access to all that information, to all different types of people, I should say. So
That's right.
I mean, it works.
That's right.
A break is always needed.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, man, just it is what it is. You're gonna have to catch this guy where you find him, where he gonna be at. He gonna be where he be. You ain't gotta ask. You ain't gotta know. Am I wrong, sir?
Any business.
Mind your motherfucking business. So today is the preview of some of our favorite holidays. WrestleMania. I don't have a sign to point to, so I can't. I can point to some of my pops. I got some wrestling pops. Does that count? Rock Austin. So, but before we get into some of these, I just want to say that this is one of the last days of Women's History Month. We want to thank everybody who has come on the show.
Yes.
At any given time. Excuse me. But shouts out to the 3 ladies that we had on the show. Excuse me. I was working. Yeah, so yeah. Thank you. We appreciate y'all so much. All honesty, we're very excited to have you guys on again in the near future, as we all plan to this massive summer of wrestling that's about to go down. So, gents, first and foremost, it's been a very interesting WrestleMania season. Okay. As we know, there were some things that were in the talks that we've known for quite some time. And then there were some things we were just kind of like, eh. So today's the day where soon to be the 4 of us break down these matches and check out some of the different situations that's going on in wrestling. So with that being said, let us start with. As a matter of fact, Strike.
What's up?
If you can set the
flux capacitor.
yeah, that thing. You set the layout. I got you. Yeah. All right, cool. My My bad, y'all. I was not ready. He wasn't ready. Share screen. There we go. So, first and foremost,
Is it
let
showing?
us. No. I got it. We are going to start with. Oh, where is it? See,
Surprised it didn't show.
of course, now it's starting to play around, play games.
I don't know why I would do that now of all things.
Yeah, of course. Of course, when.
Let me try
Giving me.
camera slot.
Oh no! Honestly, that's crazy.
Oh, guess we're going back to what we had before.
Right.
Whoa.
Yeah, because it should have been showing, but I guess not.
Right? Always. It's always
Technical
something.
difficulties.
Right? That's what I get. Oh.
I think I have to upload it. I think I have to do it. That's why.
Nope. It's not you. It's not you by any means. So, first off, bam! Look who we found. What's up, bro?
Druids.
I'm here.
He's an Undertaker druid?
Yeah.
That's great.
Y'all in the hood, black hood.
That's great.
I'm here.
It's fitting. There you are, sir.
There you go.
See? Man, a few words. But yeah, y'all. So once again, WrestleMania. It's WrestleMania season, and we got some things to talk about. So, with that being said, I once again I don't know why it's not working. I'm gonna try to figure this out. But let us start with the four-man. The men's four-team fatal four-way match. I can't even get the fucking words right.
WrestleMania Showcase fatal four-way tag team match.
It's the Street Profits. Yeah, y'all can do the rest. I'm like jumbled with words trying to figure this out.
It's not working.
Huh?
It's really not.
Yeah,
working?
I don't know what's going on. So you can do the thing if you want. I don't know what happened.
All right. Well,
I'm gonna try to get it though.
I'm just enjoying my meal.
Right. Everything is.
Don't mind.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I haven't gotten a chance to eat all day. I can make sure my protein intake is very high. There we go. Finally. Goddamn, pal. Finally, some technique around here.
So
shut up.
That will be on night two.
It's a computer.
Oh no, it's there. It's there.
Night one.
Yeah, it's night one. Correct. I'm like, I see Braun. I'm like, singles match, and I'm like, oh shoot, he's in a tag team. I totally forgot.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it is night one. We're doing the. Or can I do it this way? Let me see. If it was working for you, we could have did just horizontal view. Would have been a lot better.
Yeah, it is what it is.
All right, so we'll go back to that. We're doing. Where the hell is it now? Remove, add stream. There we go. Boom. Okay. Went to night two. There we go. Technical difficulties, ladies and gents. All right, got it now.
Look,
okay.
It happens all the time. So it is the team of Braun Strowman and Ricochet versus the Street Profits versus Alpha Academy. I'm blind as hell versus the Viking Raiders. Gents. So as we know, this is a showcase.
Mm-hmm.
So this isn't anything. This isn't really meant to be anything crazy. Just tag teams from both Raw and SmackDown, and they're just gonna go at it. So let's answer this question like this. It's not necessarily who's gonna win or lose. Do you think this is one of those situations where the winning team gets if not the rematch at Backlash, because we all know what Backlash is. The pay-per-view after that, or maybe one of the Raws, the SmackDowns, or maybe the Raw the night after. Do they get a tag title, or should deserve a tag title opportunity from winning this match at WrestleMania?
I mean, well, go ahead, Stretch.
I was gonna say, I think if they spice things up, they would have to do something like that. This is a match literally with no build, with just really to get teams onto the card. This is just
right.
Fill the card with something, which I appreciate. As a fan, I think everybody on there is deserving to be on the card. Don't get me wrong, but they got to sweeten the pot somehow. Like let one of those teams get a tag team title opportunity or something, or let them the next night. I would say the next night on Raw, teams get a tag team title shot.
Right.
After WrestleMania is just as big as Mania now, so
right, absolutely, absolutely. Stretch. I mean, Strike. Excuse me.
I mean, yeah, I don't think there's any reason you put these tag teams there to not have to stifle them and not give them an opportunity at the tag titles. Right. We will get to that match when we do, but this WrestleMania has big implications for the changing of history, changing of the guard, and stuff like that. So any one of these teams versus who may or may not win that title match, are definitely in line to show something different. I just feel that it's becoming a thing where it's just these 4 teams, I would say, that are like basically the only tag teams. Later on, when we speak about the women's fatal 4-way tag match, we have the hodgepodge teams, but at least it's an effort to make things new or change things around a bit. Right. But I feel for the guys. If we get new tag champs, then it's different matchups. It's a different thing. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like we've seen these teams do as best as they can to get themselves over, or to at least to build themselves as a tag team. And I feel Street Profits have hit their pinnacle. The Viking Raiders, maybe they still, I think they've hit their pinnacle as a tag team, honestly. They've won the titles multiple times. They're Triple Crown champs, I guess you could say, with the tag team.
No, they
tag titles.
They are. That's a fact.
They're Triple Crown title holders. I mean, at this point, what more do you need to see out of them? I think the most we'd have to look forward to is Braun and Ricochet to see what craziness they can achieve during this match. But it's really just, I wouldn't say spot monkey, but it's really just literally that, a showcase match. So it's just to show who these talent are. They're going to be on WrestleMania stage. It's just to have a great match. We just seen they had a great 8-man tag match. I believe it was Monday. Mm-hmm. So let's see what they can do as 4 different teams or separate teams.
Yeah, I agree.
Basically it.
Q, you want to talk about this, or you want to start the next one?
Start the next one.
All right, cool. Let's go with. You know what? Let's just go up. So the next match, the Mysterio match. Now let's be honest. This has actually been a really good build. It's been one of the longest builds they have on the WrestleMania card. Dominic is really coming to his own. Mm-hmm. He, and luckily, they of course have the family that understands the wrestling business and is willing to propel and secure the future for the Mysterio name. Let's be honest. Q, you excited for this match, or you kind of
I wouldn't say excited. I think it's a good story. It was one of the most. It's just entertaining. I think Ray. I don't believe Ray's done after, because I think that's always was the rumor mill saying that Ray going against Dom. That's gonna like be his retirement match. I don't think Ray's done after this. I just think like this is just it's just a fun story. It's gonna be a fun match. I think we're gonna see a little bit of interference here and there. It's probably, but it's overall it's just going to be entertaining. It's going to be a nice little WrestleMania moment because you get to finally see Ray like get his hands on the sun. So
yeah,
that's all I got.
I think I do believe Ray has killed that rumor mill about him retiring. So so that's a good thing.
He said he's stopping at 50, so just literally count the years from whatever age he is now till 50.
Hey, listen, man. I'm just excited to get this match. I think this is going to do wonders, and we're really going to be able to see how much Dom has been able to evolve. Because let's be honest, this is WrestleMania, and I don't think they're gonna fuck this up on purpose. You know what I mean? I do believe that they have faith in Dom, or else they wouldn't have booked this match. Let's be honest, regardless of who his opponent is. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to Seth freaking Rollins
Yes, indeed.
versus Logan Paul. Logan Paul.
Logan Paul playing the role he was born to play, the heel.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Rich, obnoxious, damn good heel.
Juicy, good heel.
So good.
And you
Now,
can't
here's- all
even
right.
complain because he's just physically there, man. He's physically there.
Oh, wait. Sorry, I missed this. Tiff said, "Oh, Ray beats the shit out of Dom."
Don't we
He
all?
goes, beats him to a bloody pulp. I don't know about all that. That's still his son. Like,
Family
chill.
violence.
Ray does not hit him with
Crazy.
a sandal. I would feel personally cheated.
Crazy, I tell you. Crazy.
Family violence.
But listen, man. Here's my question to y'all, right? Let's keep this one short. Is it time for Logan to lose?
Oh, he's losing this match, I think.
Doubt it.
I think he's losing.
I think so too.
Is it time for Logan to lose? I mean, Logan's had a loss. He has a loss on his belt already. Like,
Right.
I don't know what you meant by that.
Did he take a loss yet? Yeah, he
Yeah,
lost to Roman.
He lost to Roman.
So I mean, do you
You're right. You're right. So okay,
is it
so let me
Seth's
rephrase it.
time to
I
win?
apologize.
You mean?
Oh no, absolutely.
If it's Seth's time to win, then yes, I think it's time he wins. But the question is, how does he win? Does he win clean? Because it can flow either which way. Either Miz wants to get his revenge against Logan Paul, or we have Miz work in favor of Logan Paul. So I think Miz is possibly the X factor here for this match.
Honestly, I really hope Miz isn't involved at all. Personally, honestly, I really hope he's not. I think that it just, no matter how it turns out, whether he does a heelish tactic or he wins, I think bottom line, Seth Rollins is well due a win after the last, I don't know how many months.
Right.
So I think Seth definitely needs this WrestleMania win. He lost last year at Mania. You know, he hasn't really had that many dubs. Like when it comes to what people consider big time matches this year, his past year. You know, he's put on hell of a match. Don't get me wrong. He's still one of the best wrestlers in the world. But when it comes to what we've seen, he really hasn't won as much. So he needs to. I feel like he needs this win more than Logan needs this win. Logan can lose and still be okay.
I mean, Logan's still fairly early in his wrestling career, so it's not a matter of he can take a loss. He should be losing. I don't think he should win every match, but I think that the fact that he's showing his level of talent rising with each match. Now he's not in a match where he's against somebody more physical, but he'll be in a match with somebody more technical than Roman, I would say. And this is really gonna be a battle of CrossFit, I guess you could say. You're gonna see who has the better stamina, who has a better drive. You're gonna see who has the harder hitting moves, who has the best high flying tactics. It's basically really a showcase of talent with
No,
this match.
absolutely.
So
Q? Sorry.
I book I think I'll go with Seth. I've been on a Seth bandwagon for a very long time for these past few years, and this year or these last 2 years, undeniably, Seth is one, if not the best overall wrestler in the world at this moment.
Q?
Well, let me see, overall performer. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It'll be an athletic match. I really don't truly care for it. Don't care for Logan. Don't care for Logan versus Seth. Honestly, it's just, I feel like this is just, it was another thing to just, another opponent to give to Seth, just at least just get him on the card because he doesn't have a feud with anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. So my vote, I don't have a vote because I don't care for the match. Moving on.
Okay. Blah 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 blah. The 6-woman tag match, which is the tag team champions Becky Lynch and Lita, and also Trish Stratus versus Damage Control.
And that's why you're gonna get that Trish heel turn this match, because she's labeled as an afterthought.
You really think there's going to be a Trish heel turn?
Yes,
That's a rumor that's going around.
and
I
it
don't
makes sense.
I don't see how she's an afterthought. I mean, I see the story where it's going, but I wouldn't say she's an afterthought. She's just there. She's really just there to help Lita and Trish. That's really where this is all based on. She's just there to help Lita and Trish, like, even the playing field. Damage Control is still a 3-woman faction. Obviously, if it was just Lita and Becky, three obviously is better than 2. So here comes Trish. It just makes sense. Even if Trish turns, okay, Trish turns, and it's just gonna what? Trish versus Becky.
Yeah, pretty much.
Great. That's it. That's a nice takeaway. Or if not, Trish probably won't turn, and it's still gonna be
Trish and Bayley. Mm-hmm.
Either way, I don't like I said, like I wouldn't say. I just think that the whole focus of saying she's an afterthought is kind of like, is a little bit of a stretch and kind of a reach. This is one of the greatest women's wrestlers and women's champions of all time. She's never an afterthought. Like, let's not even try to disrespect that woman's name and integrity. Let's not do that.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. I guess it's kind of the same question. Stretch. Do you feel like Damage Control needs to win?
I think so at this point. I think Damage Control does kind of need to win. I'll say this. I think if Trish turns heel, she does not side with Damage Control. Because to me, that makes no sense. I could see her maybe turning heel because maybe inadvertent contact. She gets hit by Becky Lynch or something like that. Costs her the match. Doesn't like it. Attacks Becky Lynch maybe. Something like that. I would love to see where all this is going, because I think they can do a lot of different directions if they go that route. But I think Damage Control kind of needs a win here, like, to legitimize them, because they've taken a lot of lumps over the past couple of months.
Sure. Strike.
I didn't say my winners.
I figured it out.
Oh, okay, good.
The mic was on the button. Ha! Silly. Sir, your thoughts on this match, which is Brock Lesnar versus Omos.
Is that night 1 or night 2?
Oh shit, I don't know.
Let me see. Might be night 2, I think. It's something.
What?
If we get Brock going over, not Brock going over. If we get Omos going over, then I think that genuinely shows you that Brock has a sort of interest in what Omos does from here on out. What though? I think what I remember correctly, people were saying it's akin to like Hogan and Andre,
Mm-hmm.
where you want to see if Brock can lift this guy and actually do the things that he says he can do, because he's been struggling to at least even try to lift him up at a certain point. So I don't know, very old school, very classical WrestleMania type match. If Brock can somehow bring more than a chop or a clothesline or a leg lift or something of a big boot out of Omos, then I think we're really in for maybe a good 15 minutes of fun. So I think this match has show stealer potential. Just because we really don't know what this match is going to be, but
Right.
it can be just as bad as much as it can be good. So it's a wait and see. Time.
Q?
You must be show stealing potential. You must be sniffing the lining out that shirt. Let me tell you something. There is no way in hell that match is going to last that goddamn long. 15 minutes? Are you insane?
It's not going to be a show stealer. It's a spectacle, and the spectacle is just going to be seeing Omos getting F5'd.
Exactly. That's what I'm looking at. This match is not going to be longer than what, 6 minutes?
Certain things we don't need it to be a wrestling clinic, or we don't need it to be a show stealer. It's WrestleMania. WrestleMania has always been a pay-per-view. The show of all shows has always been about moments. This is just a moment.
Yes.
So what wouldn't the moment be? The money right there is going to be Brock Lesnar F5 and Omos.
Yeah, that's the
seeing that clip. If that clip ending up to be shown on YouTube, it's going to get over 1.5 million views because of what it is.
This is a more story-driven match than people would give it credit for. Also,
true.
Okay.
This is literally the largest individual Brock Lesnar has ever been in the ring with.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he cannot manipulate
Big Show. It's crazy.
Manipulate everyone else. Right? He's taller than the Big Show. Legitimately, this man is taller than the Big Show.
Literally taller than the Big Show.
More, but he is taller than the Big Show. He cannot manipulate this individual like he could throw around everyone else. So there's your story right there. What's Brock going to do with him?
Right.
This is akin to like Hogan and Andre. This is not going to be a technical masterpiece. I remember telling somebody on the internet earlier today, like, it's like, oh, Omos can't wrestle. I'm like, he's 7'3". He doesn't need to grab a headlock in order to hurt you.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn if Omos can do a senton bomb or a step up 630 into like a vaulting dragon suplex or whatever. He is 7 feet 3 inches tall. Everybody that has a criticism of this man, if they see him walking on the street, more than likely will not say this to his face. It cannot say this to his face because they're not tall enough. So it doesn't matter whether he can wrestle or not. People do not look at Omos because he can wrestle or whatever. He's huge. He's a huge, huge human. He draws attention wherever he goes. That's the point.
Really? You say it's akin to Hogan and Andre. I was going to say Andre and Big John Studd, but either way.
That's even better comparison, I think. Yeah, Andre and Big John Studd, even better comparison.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is bananas. All right, so night 1. Let's go to it's so damn small. Boom. Oh no, it didn't.
Oh, my bad.
No, it wasn't you. You good.
Oh, I forgot. This is
Omos is gonna win that match. So. Calling him.
He's not.
Yeah, night one.
I'm gonna be the defector and say Omos wins that match.
He's not.
But yes,
I don't think Omos is winning that match.
Yeah, he's not winning the match. It's just
It's
all
just like a fool one too many times on TV. He's not winning.
Yeah, he's not winning the match. And him losing it's not going to destroy it. It's not going to do anything to. It's not going to do anything to him. It's just like okay, he's just another one guy at 5.
Exactly. No shame to losing to Brock Lesnar. He's still 7'3". Probably can eat everybody else's lunch. So.
For sure.
Yeah.
Next match is for the Intercontinental Championship. We have Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus versus what seems to be the person that they might want to make the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time, Gunther.
You know, it's funny you say longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time. I looked up just how long the Honky Tonk Man has held that championship.
Not that long, right?
No, long.
Yeah, I'm about to say like it's
very long.
Like it's well past
very
way past 400 days. Like
yes,
way past that.
Very long. It is 400 is
almost 2 years,
days.
right?
Almost 2 years. Yes, very long time. Almost not almost 2 years, about a year.
Not almost 2
but
years.
Gunther is at 290.
Yeah,
he's at 290. So to catch Honky, he would have to essentially hold on to this title for like another 145 days or so. To pass Honky.
Light work.
All I'm saying is, don't be surprised.
I mean, I can see it happening. I'm not saying that it can't happen, but at the same token, he's still got a ways to go. And I think it would be believable if he did. Don't get me wrong. I like it. But at the same token, 400 plus days is nothing to scoff at. 454 days, Honky Tonk Man retaining his title like DQ and count out all the time. But yeah, that's nothing to scoff at. Like, that's a very long time. Like, we're underestimating the amount of time that is. Like, it's like, oh, he can easily be.
But also the caliber of matches.
Yeah, sure, he could be the easiest, longest reigning champion if he stays healthy, God willing. You know, if they have, you know, opponents for him, stuff like that, right? Like, it's much easier said than done.
No,
but I think he's winning the match.
This is just go anybody's way. I think honestly, this is going to be really one of the matches that steals the show for the entire weekend. Yep. This is going to be the ones. This obviously we already knew Gunther and Sheamus. They literally had one of the best matches of 2022. It literally was one of the match of the year candidates of 2022. So I think even adding Drew into the mix, it just makes it even more fitting. It's just like, okay, this could work. This is gonna bang. And I'm actually okay with either anyone winning this because there literally is no loser in this actual match. Like there's no loser.
Bad answer. You're right.
I don't know. I think this is Gunther's to win. I don't think you stack the table against him for no reason. But also on the flip side, look, let's be honest, it could be the only way he can lose. So, you know, Sheamus hasn't held the IC title yet. So there is a huge story for him. I mean, there's really a story for everybody. Drew McIntyre, not only was it his first title, but remember the whole Chosen One situation. That was the way that he got back.
Right.
You know, this could be a way for him to get back to either the Universal or, you know, if they separate it, whatever the case may be. So, you know, this match definitely has stakes for everybody. So I'm really excited to see what happens, what goes down. I know. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, that was a mistake. I will say that it's definitely going to be the hardest hitting match of the weekend for sure.
Yeah.
Let's go to the Raw women's title match, which is the longest
Oh, we
like,
going randomized
champ.
now? Oh, okay.
No, this is Saturday.
She's on Saturday. I thought she was Sunday.
Oh,
Saturday.
no, you're right. No, you know what happened?
Oh,
Yeah,
It,
yeah, she's
looking at
Sunday.
the wrong one.
no, it was.
Get your act together, Marvel.
Oop,
You ought
my
to be
bad.
ashamed of yourself.
I'm not.
Cocaine.
Not at all. We're going crazy. My bad. SmackDown Women's Title: Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley.
That is
The
the
winner
main event
of-
for Saturday.
Yep, the winner of the Royal Rumble. So a lot of people complain about their story, saying that there's not a lot of build. I think their past is their build.
Oh yeah, this is long
And
term
honestly, there's not
storytelling.
really, there's not really. They don't have to really do much else than what they're doing right now.
Right.
I think them waiting to touch, you know what I mean? I think that was smart. I think it of course it was going to get a lot of backlash because people are impatient, but you know, it made you want to go, or made you say, "Ooh, when's it going to happen?" You know what I mean? Who's going to throw the punch? You know, so the story writes itself. I think it's Rhea's time. Rhea is going to be a new SmackDown Women's Champion. Excuse me.
Mhm.
Now here's my question after we get everybody's answer on who's going to win the match. But Q, what you think, bruh?
I mean, it's pretty evident. I mean, it's good that it's not just for this build. It's good for a lot of the builds on all of the WrestleMania cards. I get that the lack of physical altercation. I hear what everyone says when it's like no physical touch is like it takes away from the story because they want to see a brawl happen, but it just makes it. But it also no touching them just gives it more of a big fight feel. And I get that the build of this has only been, I guess to others they say it's weak, is only because again it's two heels going against each other. Yeah, well, I can't even say heel because you really can't.
Charlotte's
people don't know it's really. They don't know if Charlotte's a face.
Well,
they don't know if
she's-
Charlotte's a heel.
She's
My
Charlotte
answer to
Flair.
that's my answer. My answer to that is Charlotte's a Flair. She's
Yeah.
a Flair.
Charlotte's Flair.
Flares are never faces. They're never faces or heels. They're just flares. It is what it is.
People. Legend.
I think I would. Of course, we already know Rhea's winning. It's more than obvious. I don't think they're gonna go and fumble it and have Rhea lose again at WrestleMania for against Charlotte second time. I don't think they're gonna do that again. I think this is cool. It's just like the receipt she's giving it back. Charlotte beat her when she won the Royal Rumble. She beat Rhea. It was only fitting that Rhea tries to return the favor, but I think that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Stretch.
Bad build, I would like to say, for starters. Charlotte has been essentially non-existent throughout this entire build. To me, is completely Rhea, and it's like, she's already been so dominant, even not as a champion. So it's like, how many other women could she squash?
Right.
Obviously, I think she's winning the match, right? But this has been to me, out of every match on the card, sans the showcase matches, which are hodgepodges of just trying to get people on the card, right? This has probably been the poorest build to me out of all the matches. And it's like, they got to do better by Rhea or Charlotte if they're going to have her back. I will say this. I wouldn't mind seeing Rhea starting to compete with some of the guys, personally. I think she's at that mold where it's like, okay, she's kind of approaching China territory, especially with her involvement with Judgment Day. I would like to see her start competing with men more often, personally.
I saw a post on
Give
that
me
exact
Rhea versus
statement.
Rey Mysterio any day of the week.
I saw that exact statement or the exact post somewhere, and it was Rhea holding the IC title, and somebody said something like, "Oh, well, but she's a woman. That would never happen." And of course, someone responded they showed the picture with China with the IC belt, and they were like, "Well, why don't you learn your history, bro?" So I agree with you. I think that would be some history making matches.
China is not the only woman to win a male championship in the WWE.
Very true. Very true.
You know who the woman to win a male championship in the WWE was?
Was she the second?
Who, China?
Yes.
No, I believe she was the first.
Yeah, China won the Intercontinental.
Championship. Do you know who was the last?
Last one to do it.
Favorite of the show as well.
Jackie.
That is correct. Jacqueline was cruiserweight champion.
Mm-hmm. And
correct.
And hardcore champion. And hardcore champion. Yeah, I said last because by that time they got away with the hardcore.
Well,
champion.
and there's the whole 24/7
24/7 championship.
But
Yeah,
I think that was also billed as an everybody championship. As long as you get a pinfall, you could be a dog, you could be a broom, you could be a cup, and as long as you got the pinfall, you are the 24/7 champion. Mm-hmm. So, with that being said, that goes null and void. But Strike.
Yes, sir.
Who's gonna win, bro? Come on.
Charlotte's gonna win the match. Hands down.
Wow.
Kidding. Totally kidding. Come on. Come on, man.
He's doing that to troll.
I'm being a troll as usual. Rhea Ripley is winning this match. There's no possible way that you have so much historical matches in terms of history wise for WrestleMania, and you're going to go against history. Rhea will be the only woman to have had the NXT UK title, the NXT Women's Championship, the Women's Tag Championship, the Raw Women's Championship, and the SmackDown Women's Championship. So she has far exceeded the four horsewomen, I would say, in terms of accolades. And I mean, she's still young. She has so many years ahead of her. Do I hope that her competition gets better? Of course, because she's fought or tangled with majority of the roster already. So who are you planning to feed to her? You're gonna bring her to SmackDown, and SmackDown has an abysmal roster, personally. You're only gonna feed her a big fish, and that's been Charlotte for the longest while. What I see happening is when they decide to do their trades or their drafts, Charlotte's gonna go to Raw, and she'll start her feud with Bianca Belair, and Rhea will have nothing but fresh faces. Probably bring a lot more people from NXT. Probably bring a lot more people from the Raw roster that has not been, I wouldn't say, or they've been entangled with the horsewomen, but bring a lot more of the women that don't have history with the horsewomen over to Rhea, and let her establish some more matches, some more characters with these people. I would love to see her and Piper Niven go for like a 3-match series. Personally, I think they can tear down the house.
I like that.
Just give her physical.
They definitely have
a lot of opponents. I mean,
yeah,
you can bring up Mako. You can bring up Mako Satomura if she wants to be on the main roster. You could bring her up, and that can go on both ends. That could be SmackDown or Raw. Doesn't matter where you put her. But I think if you're going to establish SmackDown as a brand, and you're starting it with a fresh face, like Rhea, I wouldn't say fresh face, but a somewhat more experienced face, a champion-worthy face in Rhea Ripley, you gotta feed her all of these extraordinary talent. Have to. If you're gonna do Bianca, if you're gonna do Bianca's run right, do the same thing with Rhea, except feed her a lot more different opponents. Raw has been stale personally for a very long time to me, because Bianca has ran through that whole roster. You need to switch this thing up. Make both rosters interesting. Even if you keep, for example, Asuka on Raw, you can at least throw in a Mako Satomura. You could throw in somebody from SmackDown just freshen it up, change up the landscape a bit for both rosters. And honestly, I don't even think you should separate the rosters for the women. At least let the women go on both shows and tear it up, because it only thing to me is it hurts their branding a lot more as a whole, as opposed to just having them build.
It's always interesting to hear that type of discourse. Only when in turns when it has to deal with, I guess, the machine of like WWE. You guys want, no, I'm not saying you guys. I'm just meaning general public in
general sense, right?
You guys want the landscape to be changed. When in all retrospect, how is the landscape going to be changed when said champions have already beat both sides of these women on the roster numerous times already? What landscape is really changing? The thing is, what y'all want, what everybody wants is like, y'all want like open invitationals. That's what it basically sounds like. Y'all want open invitationals for other women from different promotions to come in, and that's just not the case. That doesn't work for here. You're not going to be able to get that. You're not going to be able to get those fresh new faces, and also like like akin to like someone like as a Meiko Satomura. Yes, you would want Meiko to be there on the main roster, but also that also falls onto her decision. She runs a school. She runs a school in the UK. She's over here. It's also work visa. It's also work visa issues. I mean, hey, the only person that I would say that's the new fresh face that probably would be called up to be like, all right, that would eventually get a title shot is maybe a Gigi Dolan, JC Jane,
Indy Hartwell.
Indy Hartwell.
Honestly, I would fully expect them to call up Roxanne.
They can, but I feel like they're still not ready to bring her up yet. I think she's
not yet. Yeah, I just think I don't think that it would be a bad move.
It wouldn't be it wouldn't be a bad move. I mean, she was in a Royal Rumble,
really
so they're high. They're already high on Roxanne, but I think she just needs a little bit. She just needs a little bit more tweaking, and it's just tweaking with the promos. But other than that, everything is solid. But I think there's the only person I would say that would, if they had to give a fresh new face, a fresh new feud, the only person I'd say like that would be for this is like, okay, Blair Davenport.
Yep.
Be Priestley.
Yeah, actually,
that's the only
perfect.
That's the only choice. That is the only person I think that makes sense. But otherwise, everybody, other women on the roster, they've done it already. And the women that y'all want to see, that the fresh new faces, they're on NXT. They're still being fed. They're still being homegrown. You can't. You guys just want fresh new feuds to just put them all on the main roster, and then they end up being dead in the water, and then y'all gonna go and shit on them, and be like, oh, they weren't ready, but this is what y'all wanted. Y'all wanted fresh new faces. You guys, that's why I say, like, I think in this aspect, in the term of what WWE, the machine that it is, while we would love to see like a bigger pool, obviously, of women coming to this promotion and just be challenge for the titles and be like, have open invitational challenges. You can't because of the particulars. That's just not how they're ran.
Right.
That's just not how it works. And it just is what it is. It's not the end of the world. It's just like, like, just enjoy it for what it is. As long as whoever, it doesn't even matter how many times the women are going against each other, because it's just numerous bouts. As long as you are entertained and they're giving you good quality wrestling, that's all that fucking matters. That's all that fucking matters.
So
Bianca ran through basically all her competition on Raw. Yes, she ran through everyone. She basically was going against Carmella, Bayley numerous times. But what mattered is you still got good matches out of it. That's all that matters. You got to see, she still was giving you a good performance. Rhea, like I said, was dead before she joined the Judgment Day. She was dead in the water. Rhea was dead in the water. It wasn't until she joined the Judgment Day and did a complete rebrand. That's when it was just like, oh, okay. Now she's built as one of the most dominant. I would have said most dominant women right now in the business today. I wouldn't.
Absolutely.
I would even say, while it's good to see this Rhea going against Charlotte, I still probably would have felt it would have been more interesting to see Rhea versus Bianca. I feel Rhea and Bianca is like they're like the women's version of Bianca of Braun and Carmelo Hayes. You're just keeping them separate for so long. You're keeping them separate for this long until eventually you have to pick them two. They have to finally meet. They have to. And when they finally do meet, it's gonna probably be magic. So I guess you gotta wait and see.
Survivor Series.
I think there will be two things: Survivor Series definitely, and WrestleMania. You know, one of them can easily lose and then challenge at Mania, which is the match that they've always talked about time and time again. So that being said, you know, this is unanimous.
Unless they want to merge the belts.
Yeah. And the first match of WrestleMania for the United States Championship. Austin Theory, the United States Champion versus
Cena's gonna win.
You think so?
Cena's gonna win. Because believe it or not, that promo that he did with Theory, where he basically called Theory a dumb son of a bitch, and said, you know, he wasn't gonna do it because he not because he doesn't care about the fans. He didn't want to face him because he's not ready. There was a lot of truth said into that, and I'm not gonna lie. Yes, do we think that Theory is gonna be like the future? He is probably still being molded as the future of this company. You know, at Sands, you know, when Roman officially is done and retires, when Cody is finally done and hangs it up, when Seth is done, hangs it up. They're gonna bank. They gotta bank it on Theory. They're gonna mold him for that. But what John had said in that promo was supposed to be true. That if Theory loses, he loses everything. But if he wins, he still loses everything. Because now he has to if let's say, all right, Theory beats Cena, now you have to really show and prove that you are the guy. You're literally beating literally beating, if anything, the one true final cornerstone of like the ruthless aggression PG era of WWE. You're literally defeating like that final cornerstone. You beat him. It's like, okay, John for the most part for like about good 15, close to 20 years was the guy. He was the highest marketed individual. He literally was. He's highest marketed individual. Oh, no matter what, is literally a freaking crowned humanitarian. Over 500 plus wishes. Kids love him. Kids love him. Families love him. Men love to hate him. It is what it is. Like you can't. So if you're beating a guy like Cena, you really have to really prove that you're the guy. You have to prove that you're the guy. And
go ahead.
And it's just like, and then looking at it with Theory, it's like, okay, cool, yeah, you know, A-Town down, it's cool and all, and I'd like to see, like, you know, he's revamping, he's really tapping into himself, but I think it fails to see. It's just like, I feel like if Cena just never did that type of promo, it's just like makes you start to think and wonder. I don't know. But I'll go with Cena. I think Cena will win. He'll go out with his one last time being a U.S. champion. He'll probably and if he wants to even decide and bring back the John Cena Open Challenge the following next night, and we get a debut on WrestleMania Monday, and they end up winning, that's gonna be right there.
That's a good idea. I like that.
I can see it being Braun.
It could be that. Sounds like a Braun Breaker move. Good idea. That's a very good idea.
I also agree with my brother QS because this is giving me. No, I think Carmelo wins NXT title.
No, just say could be.
I mean, then again, yeah, we could get the infamous, which is the moment I was about to mention now. The last time we've gotten something of this caliber was when KO debuted on the main roster. So this is literally that moment. This is the make or break. But KO came in swinging, and I really do hope that Austin Theory has what it takes, because not only are you opening WrestleMania, you're opening against John Cena.
Mhm.
You got to show and prove.
So
you really got to show that, yo, I'm the guy. I can do this.
Damn.
You got to show it. Show and prove.
and
I am
let's harken back to Ruthless Aggression era if we're talking about, you know, the end of the era itself. Did that not start with John Cena and Kurt Angle in a ring at one point?
And
So
you can see it.
we
And you can also see it. You can also see it in John Cena's showcase mode in WWE 2K23 that is available out on all platforms.
We're not getting paid for this, just so y'all know.
I was about to say we're not getting paid for this.
yeah.
That was very good nonetheless.
But yeah, it's very big KO versus Cena vibes, Cena versus Angle vibes. We're getting all of that. So I honestly want to believe Theory wins, but I also think Cena winning and holding the belt till maybe WrestleMania Backlash, I think that's perfectly fine to me. I mean, if he has free time, I don't know if he's filming. I don't know what he has planned to do.
I don't know
He could
his
hold it
life.
till SummerSlam. He could hold
Shoot.
it till Money in the Bank. God forbid, you know, we get something going, you know, sooner than later. But
then again, it's the thing about it is that's the only thing is like that's why I said like I would want Cena to win and lose it the following night because again, not because of Cena's schedule, is because you see what from the past 2 years, the U.S. title has really gotten a revamp, and it's actually been probably one of the other more important titles and feuds that you always get to enjoy and see. So it's like I know, obviously, if putting the belt and making John hold it long term, I don't see that because it's again John's schedule. John's super part time. Yeah, I can't even say he's part time. He's basically he's almost non-existent. He shows up when he has. He's just available.
But the fact he's still showing up is still amazing.
It's still amazing. I mean, because it goes to show
cannot still do that.
No, because again, you never forget where you came from. He's never going to forget where he came from. That's evident. His loyalty to the E is always going to be is going to be paramount. He's loyal to the death, to the grave. But it's just a matter of how I just would want, like when I said that, I said I'd want him to just hold it and then hold it for 24 hours and then just lose it, and it's a big shock factor.
That's it.
You lose it to someone you lose it to a Braun Breaker, or if it's rumored or true, who knows if we end up getting Jay White.
Yeah,
knows.
Who knows?
True. It's all possibility. Possibilities are endless. Why not? It's just that's why I said let him beat Theory. Theory is gonna go on like this long, and then it begins like this true long road of redemption now for Theory to be like, all right, you had the chance to face the guy, you lost. Yeah. Now it's time for you to. Now you have to sit here and really like go back to what Cena said in that promo. You sit here and you say that you're the future and all that, but nobody cares because nobody believes you because you don't even believe it. Yep. Now you have to go back and tap into yourself so you can believe to show yourself that you're the guy. I mean, but that's it.
Sorry, quick 2 seconds. What was I gonna say? Also, it's quick. Also, we have to remember that the open challenges were at their peak when Cena was champion. So I honestly believe that is the best way. Right. So
like he's the one. He's the reason
when he was talking
there.
about prestige to the title. I feel Cena's really gone leaps and bounds with it, even from when he debuted. He's done a lot for that U.S. title. So to have him to be the one to start the open challenges, to start and usher in a new era with an open challenge night after WrestleMania, perfect for me. So well done. Cena for me as well.
Okay, well, I'll make it very quick just for the interest of time. So I usually go with the Occam Razor approach. I think Theory's going to win the match. I think this is kind of like his passing of the torch moment. Like, the promo that he got, he can't really go anywhere else but up. Like, I don't think they're just going to let him take that one on the chin without getting some type of comeuppance. But I think you guys have an interesting theory. Like, no pun intended. The fact that
all pun intended.
That Cena could win this and lose it the next night in an open challenge, or lose it to Theory, perhaps at WrestleMania Backlash or something like that. It's a possibility. It's in the air. I think that it could happen. But I think Theory is going to win this match. Just Occam's razor. I don't see Cena sticking around too long as they use an old photo of him because he now has a massive bald spot that he refuses to cut his hair.
I agree. Actually, I think Theory is going to
not
win.
even that big anymore. Look at this. It's like a fucking cruiserweight comparison to
for the same reason. I just think it really is his time, at least in this moment. And to be honest with you, even if he loses, I don't think it hurts him because it's Cena. You know what I mean? Also, this could be a great way for him to jump into the world title picture again.
Mm-hmm.
So I think either way, this match benefits people, talent in the best way, no matter who wins. So, night 2, we have our Fatal 4-Way Women's Tag Match featuring the tag team of Raquel Gonzalez and Liv Morgan, Natalia and Shotzi. 2 of the other 4 horsewomen, the UFC one, Ronda Rousey, and Shayna Baszler, and then Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. So, I would assume that my earlier question with the first match, with the first showcase, I think we would all have the same answer with this one. It would definitely help, go with the women's tag team titles.
I think this one more so goes with the tag titles.
Yeah. My question is this. Am I the only one when I say I think it's obvious kind of who's going to win?
I mean, they pretty much cakewalked into the match, so why wouldn't they cakewalk out of the match as winners? It's too obvious.
Shayna and Rousey, just say their names.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna win also.
Like you make it so obvious by having them cakewalk into the match. I think we do get a bit of a human side of Ronda in the match because I believe Ronda's still injured, but we'll definitely get a more vicious side of them as a tag team, and I think that's when you finally start to
get no more vicious.
I mean, hey, we might get a lot of broken arms. We might get broken elbows. We might get, we might just get the sides of them that we've really wanted to see. Fantastic. And I mean, it's a no-brainer.
I hope so.
It's a no-brainer. You have Team Karen, who is not winning this match. Let's be serious. They're
not having
Especially what I find funny, and it's funny as hell to see this is like Chelsea Green's first official run on the actual main roster for real, and she's out the gate she's on her first WrestleMania, so it's like you gotta respect it. She pulled the Karen. She used her resources. No, I wouldn't. I don't want to say that. I'll just say she used her resources to just get what she needed. Where she needed to go, and she got on the outcome, boy.
Call the manager enough to get to the call.
If I could just interject really quick,
you can't.
She's a prime example that if you can do good enough character work, it does not matter. Like some characters can transcend winning and losing, right? A loss doesn't affect the character like Brock Lesnar the same way that it would affect Chelsea Green, who was until recently, I think that was actually the first match she won.
Yeah,
on the main roster, right? She got the pinfall and everything over Mia Yim. She went from basically setting a record in the Royal Rumble for fastest elimination. Now she's in a WrestleMania match. So, you can say what you want. No story, no build. It's a hodgepodge match just to get people on the card. So what? She made it. Like, as an individual,
y'all would have been complaining. You would have been complaining if all these women weren't on the card, and now that they are, it's like, oh, there's no build. Well, which one is
even off the card?
Right? What do you want? Now you have women on the. And I'm not saying this. This is horrible terminology to preface this with because it's still Women's History Month. But It's like you have to
Sure.
choose your battles.
Don't even say.
There's no story, yes, but you actually have a match that can open some eyes. So I think, we'll go with the lesser of two evils. I rather that they do have a match and get the time that they need to show out, because it's a fatal 4-way tag team match, but it's also a showcase. So that means that you are opening your eyes to these teams, whether you've seen them before or not, and they are allowed to show out, meaning that this is literally for entertainment value. This is not a bathroom break, as most neckbeards would call a match like this. I believe you will actually get a very entertaining match from these women.
Yeah.
We all know who we want to win, but also it's how they get there. I don't think this is a 5-minute match by any means, because now you have multiple women in this match. So it's definitely going to be a good maybe 15, 20 minutes.
I wouldn't say 20, but I think it's gonna be a solid. I think it still is gonna be solid, just solid wrestling overall. It's gonna be entertaining. There's gonna be a lot of comedic relief in there. But overall, it's gonna be a little insane, because again, you have so much from the extreme. You got Liv and Raquel. Liv is a little extreme. You got a little technical prowess there. You have a lot of technical submission machines, like Sonya Deville, like Natalya, like of course Ronda and Shayna. Hands down, we already know they are gonna win. But it's a match. The way I want to see them win, I want to see the same way how Shayna Baszler, when she was with Nia Jax, how they won those tag team titles.
Brutal.
I want to see them win this showcase match almost just like that. I would like to see like Ronda like holding somebody, like holding if it's either Liv or it's Raquel or hell even Chelsea Green or Sonya on the side with double arm bars, while Shayna is holding a Raquel or Shotzi in a double Kirifuda clutch and putting them to sleep. And that's how I want to see it. That's the way I want to see that finish happen. If they win, they have to win in like monster fashion. It's like, oh shit.
Yes.
Dangerous. They have to. They gotta like really make them killers. Make them that's the showcase. They leave this match as killers.
What my learned colleague is trying to say is, one thing to win, it's another to hurt.
Yes.
We want them to hurt.
Hurt them.
Yes. That's all. We want them to hurt.
And just hurt them.
Break their backs.
Break it.
I was gonna pitch the idea that they should be managed by the Iron Sheik. Speaking of breaking backs, Team Humble. That should be their name right there. Team Humble, baby.
Yeah. All right. So next match, the Hell in a Cell. We got the Devil, Edge, versus the Demon, Finn Balor.
Is that night 2?
So what? Yes.
Is that night 2?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck! I wanted it at night 1.
Yeah. So
damn it! I wanted it at night 1.
Here's the thing, right? We're gonna get badass entrances. I think that's what I'm looking forward to the most. But it's been a long time since we had a Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania. If I'm not mistaken, the last Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania was
28. End of
28.
an era. End of an era.
Seeing that this is the first WrestleMania, first Hell in a Cell match at WrestleMania since then. Q, Taker is your favorite. We all know that was one of probably the best like story-driven matches at WrestleMania.
I mean, yes, it was one of the best because it really was that end of an era story build was like a 4-year. That was a 4-year build.
Yeah,
I think people don't realize that really stemmed from obviously WrestleMania 25 to
Yes,
then
sir.
26 streak versus career, and then stemming again, Triple H trying to give vengeance for his best friend, Undertaker not winning the match but not being able to walk out on his own power. Just he won the battle but he didn't win the war, so he had to come back just to prove that he can win this war. And he was willing to put everything on the line, and that's why it had to be end of an era, and that's why they had to name it that. And having Sean as a special guest referee, just so it goes to show that was that match. Obviously, it told one of the best stories in wrestling, but and you can put it there as a top. I wouldn't say it's not a top 5, but it's definitely a top 10. But I will say this: it's good that we're putting gimmick matches like a Hell in a Cell. We're leaving it for like a WrestleMania, because that's what you need. You need to use Hell in a Cell to end a feud. This is it. Like after that, it's done. And that was the whole point of end of an era. That was it. Like,
I'm sorry to cut you off real quick. Considering everything you've just said, right? With the importance of this match, because we know this is a long time coming, even though some things might have twisted and turned from the rumor mill and what was supposed to be apparently. What do you who do you think is going to come out the winner? And different question to add on to that, who do you think is going to have the cooler entrance?
I think Finn's going to have the cooler entrance, because Finn is going to come out as the Demon. I think that's gonna blow the fucking roof off, because they no one has seen the Demon in about maybe a year plus. Yeah, like, so I think that would be cool to see that the Demon shows up in Hell in a Cell. Edge's entrance, I know it's going to be the Brood, but even then, the Brood-esque, the Brood, it's so weird, because the Brood character, it was always just, it's like, okay, like, I always looked at the Brood growing up as like, okay, this is like they're like a gothic trios. I wouldn't say gothic, they're like a vampiric trio. They're cool. It's like, I guess it's just cool them coming out from the depths with the fire raising, but at the same time, there wasn't nothing else to it. It was just like, okay. And they had an element added to them when they joined the Ministry, but even with that, it was just like, okay. So, but I feel that Finn is going to have the better entrance, but Edge is going to come out. He has to come out the winner for this. I personally feel that Edge needs to come out the winner for this to just be completely done. Like, completely done with Judgment Day, completely over. Let Edge come out let Edge finally get that W and move forward, so he can move forward with his career and be done with it. But it'll be cool to see that we get the Demon to just show up and be here at WrestleMania. Because we never had that. I don't think we've never seen the Demon at WrestleMania.
Once.
We have.
Corbin.
Oh, against Baron Corbin. Okay. All right. It's still going to be a great moment then.
That's a fucking waste.
Comparison.
I mean, yeah, this is, I think I'm looking forward to this match. Number one, like we said, it's the first Hell in a Cell in a long time at WrestleMania. These are two, let's be honest, top star athletes who can be on anybody's Mount Rushmore. Let's be honest, Finn has also accomplished a lot more than what people know in the WWE because of the way people are fans. So let's be honest.
Recency bias.
Finn is definitely one of the most accomplished wrestlers we have on the roster. But that's not taking anything away from Edge. We know Edge's story, but we also know his accomplishments, his failures, and all of that. So he kind of also, he grew up. He spent a lot of his adult lifehood inside the WWE, and we watched that aspect of it. So, he already said it, man. He doesn't have a lot left. You know what I mean? He already knows. He knows the clock is ticking. So, look, I'm just excited because this is going to be really cool. I love the Demons, one of my favorite characters. Now about who's going to win, I think Edge should. it's one of those things where my brain says Edge, my heart says the Demon. I think the Demon losing to Roman is a big deal. Because of the Demon's history and how special it is. Um, I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. I think Edge is gonna win, but I believe the Demon needs the win more than Edge does. Edge is still a Hall of Famer. He's still an amazing person. Even if he loses, he's still, the beef could still be over. So, I just believe that the Demon needs to win.
Mm. If what Edge says is true and he wants to retire in Toronto, I believe this feud's not done. At least for now, it's not done. But I feel you're doing Hell in a Cell. Why not keep it final, being that you're going to be in Hell in a Cell? And I think it's Demon Finn's match to lose. Honestly, the Demon needs redemption. Edge doesn't necessarily need the redemption because you are basically here to enhance the talent, not just selfishly get these wins, but you're here to enhance the talent. And Finn's been on his way up since being with the Judgment Day. I feel also storyline wise, that was the whole point of the Judgment Day, was to bring fresh faces in, as well as elevate these people whom were in this tragic rut of storyline Invincibles for a while. And now you're able to elevate not only the group by sacrificing, the darker side of you, I would say, for the rise of the actual Demon again. um I think it's just about time you end the feud. There's anybody that can be chosen to face Edge in Toronto for SummerSlam. There could be anybody to face him, but I think you do not only the faction of service, but you elevate Finn back to where he needs to be, where he may end up going for that run for the universe. Well, for the, if it's not merged titles, it's the WWE Universal Championships. Um, so I think this is very pivotal. This is very pivotal for both characters, but Finn should get the win. Honestly, I think us seeing the Demon for after so long, and I don't think this is any type of Demon that we're going to see from before.
Mm-hmm.
This may be more vicious. This may be more brutal.
Mm-hmm.
This may be a lot more darker than what we're thinking. And I hate that they showed us, the image of him with the wig on, with the tentacles. I think we get a much darker version of the Demon than we've ever seen before. I've been saying we get either a purple, more Venom type look, or we get something similar to Two-Face or something of that sort for his entrance. But we definitely need a more vicious side of Finn going from this match into the future. And I think that will lead him to the promised land once again to face for these titles.
Stretch, last one.
I agree with everything he said. I think that Balor is going to win. I think we get a darker version of Demon. And if this is Edge's last match, you leave him elevated.
Mm-hmm.
You lose on your back. You leave on your back. Put the guy over. So hopefully, if this is his last match, let me not say hopefully his last match.
His last match is in Toronto. That's confirmed.
Never know.
His last match is in Toronto.
But even so, he doesn't need to win. I don't think he doesn't need it.
No, I said just for this feud, he needs to end this with Finn winning.
He pseudo got his revenge with his wife. He already beat Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley at the same time.
Exactly.
Right.
If he lose a single match, he'd be fine.
Fair enough.
Fair
enough.
Yeah.
2 more minutes.
We did the IC title, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bianca, sir.
So next up is the
Bianca
Raw
Blair.
Women's Championship.
Binky Blair.
Bianca Belair versus what we thought was Dark Asuka, but they've been real friendly, so I'm not sure. But it's Bianca Belair versus Asuka for the Raw Women's title. Guys, what do you think?
Bianca.
Anybody else?
I'm actually fine with either one. I obviously would want Bianca to win because obviously
that's what we forgot. Sorry.
Yeah, I'd want Bianca to win because obviously to keep the reign going, and obviously she's literally she's their women's John Cena, but she's there. Y'all gave her that nickname. Y'all basically calling her the next Cena, but it's so I can see it. I could see it. I think it's kind of weird that a lot of folks are clamoring for her to lose. Like I don't know why. It's like y'all are tired. Y'all are fans of Bianca, but y'all are tired of seeing. But I guess y'all are tired of seeing Bianca winning all the time. And now I guess against somebody of this caliber as Asuka, she's never faced this type of enemy before. You guys basically feel, oh, well, Bianca, I'm sorry, that lackluster reign is coming to an end, and that's where I always say it's like that's why I want Bianca a little bit to win, just to like stick it to y'all so y'all could cry more, just so y'all can cry a little bit more, because it's like I don't know why y'all keep calling this reign lackluster and saying that it's all. I mean, granted, the build to the feud shit, yes. It's because it's just not. It's only shit because it's just they only got so much to really work with. They're trying to. I guess again, they're trying to not let them physically touch each other. They're not. If anything, you're more excited for it just off the video packages. That's what made you excited to see the match, because you know when they finally lock horns, they're gonna. This is another one where I feel like it might be a potential show stealer. Like we can go back and see with Bianca's matches, like Bianca with Sasha. That build to that feud was very shit, but the match ended up being one of the most iconic WrestleMania main events of all time. Like we're always going to keep talking about it and see how historical and revolutionary it is. Bianca's already the longest reigning Black women's champion ever in WWE history. So
Black champion in general.
Black champion, period.
Yeah, she'll be the longest reigning Black champion in general if she wins this. Because remember, there's still the New Day still has one over her. They still have a couple days.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's the New
Day. Singles.
Yeah, the New Day still like if they want to talk about Black champions, period, the New Day still.
They're the longest.
But if
titles, that's her.
But if Bianca does end up winning, she ends up winning on Sunday, then it's already going to be a confirmed. Like by the time the next pay-per-view comes, she's going to be the longest reigning Black champion of all time in WWE history.
Yep,
that's bar none. And I think I also feel if Asuka wins, then it's still cool. It's still a great moment because this version of Asuka is the one version that we've wanted to see for years. For those that never got to see, that this alter ego, the version of Kana, when she was over in Japan, you guys get to finally see it. So it would be cool. It would be cool to see, the Murder Clown holding this belt and going back on this this unstoppable. I would want to say this unstoppable tirade going through. It is all. You just have to wait and see. Either way, it's going to be. I think it's a historical match. I think either way, it doesn't matter which one, who wins or loses, because in truth, it's not. Both sides are strong. They're strong as is. It's not going to be a loss.
Right.
So you still feel blocky.
Yep. That was everybody? That wasn't everybody.
No, I think I honestly, this is one of the tougher matches to call. I would say I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to pick Asuka, but this is a 50-50 toss-up. What I would love to see, and this is just amateur booking caps on, ladies and gentlemen. It probably won't happen, but I would love to see this. I'd love to see Asuka fully turn heel and win by cheating, by maybe interference by somebody like Miko Satomura. That would be really cool. I don't think that's going to happen, obviously, but I would love to see an Asuka heel turn. they've been teasing the mist throughout the entire feud. Like she's just been laughing and basically spitting up on herself like a Gerber baby. Spit the mist in her face. Like this is kind of what this is leading, right? She's gonna cheat to win, I think. So either we get the mist and Oscar cheats to win, or we get a blind KOD. Because I think Bianca's getting the mist either way. So it's like
it's happening.
Be prepared for that. You know, I think they've been telegraphing that long enough. But
that'd be cool.
I think Oscar's gonna win.
That'd be cool if Oscar's like dodging her as she has the mist, and then she finally gets like one arm. Well, she finally gets one hand on her, and that's literally all she needs to put her in the KOD. I think that would be dope.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be mind games. It has to be mind games. So Oscar's been playing mind games since the beginning of the feud, and since she's changed to Dark Oscar now, most definitely gonna have a bunch of mind games.
Yeah, man, for sure. Look, man, I can't really go against my daughter's favorite right now. So, I kind of agree, man. I think either way it works. Oscar going heel, Bianca obviously staying as amazing as she is. I think either way works. This is one of those, agreed with Stretch, man. This is one of those matches that I really can't tell. I think this is and I'll say why later, but this is one of two matches that I really can't tell. Not counting the showcases, well, at least the men's. But this one, like I said, I think this one anywhere is fair game. But on to the main.
Missing one match.
Oh no! I am missing a match. Boom! And this is one of the matches I wanted to keep for last on purpose because this ties into a bigger storyline. We got the Usos. Oh wait, Stretch isn't on camera. Oh man, I can't even. We got the Usos, the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, versus the newly reunited Brotherhood family of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. So look, man, we already know that this is a fully fleshed out story. There's a lot going on, but this is this match has the longest story at WrestleMania right now. This is literally 9 over months in the making. If you count, the KO Roman Reigns matches. So there's a lot of history, man. And look, I everybody's talking about, or not everybody, but you guys mentioned some of the other matches being the show stealers. Ooh, excuse me, pardon me, long day. But I think this one is the match to watch. I think this one is the biggest. I understand Cody and Roman, but this match is truly, to me, the biggest match on the card. Once again, just rich history. A lot of people haven't truly seen what KO and Sami could do as a tag team. Longtime fans obviously know. But I think this match will be the match of WrestleMania weekend. And that's 2 feet down, 10 toes down. You know what I mean? But I think your winners and new tag champions are going to be KO and Sami.
Long time coming. We've had KO and Samoa Joe. We've had KO and Chris Jericho. We have KO and Seth Rollins. We had KO and come on, give me some more tag partners. We've no, not Sami.
Before
Sami, right? No, but I'm saying he's had other tag partners.
Yeah, including Sami Zayn. That's what I'm saying.
That was early though, right? When they just turned heel.
Nah, man. KO's been a heel. He was a heel forever. Remember?
Right, but I'm saying that's when Sammy was just turning heel, if I remember correctly.
Man, this was his. No, he was heel for a bit. This was his conspiracy days. He had the green coat at this point, the Fidel Castro look.
That's when Sammy was turning heel, as I said. Yeah, but I'm just saying beforehand, he had so many different partners just to finally get back here with Sammy, and they're both faces now at this point. I feel we've always had one on one side, one on the other side. We've had KO as a heel, we had Sammy come in as a face. We've had KO as a face, and then we had Sammy as a heel for a while. And then now they've both finally, the coins finally flipped the same for both of these members, and we finally get this tag match. It's absolutely ridiculous that we are at this point where you can't deny KO and Sammy as a tag team. You can't deny themselves. You can't deny them their brotherhood, their friendship, all of these different things you can describe them, from their history in past promotions till now. The convergence is finally here where they're going for the tag titles, and they're going to hold those belts for a very, very long time. So obviously the winners are KO and Sami Zayn. KO and Sammy have been basically on a tear for the past year and change, and it's undeniable that they win these belts at WrestleMania. I think this is the best storyline currently out of all of WrestleMania at this moment. I completely agree with that. And honestly, I think this would probably bring the most emotion out of the whole crowd. So KO and Sammy got it. I wanted to get a shirt. I couldn't get a shirt soon, but I will definitely get a KO Mania WrestleMania shirt after WrestleMania, most definitely. And I'll put that in my collection.
Yeah.
It's gonna be this is going to be the match that I won't. I know I said it was before. It's one of the matches before that was going to steal the show with Drew, Gunther, and Sheamus. This is going to be the match of the night for match one.
Yeah,
like it should be the main event. I still want to hold out hope that they end up they're going to do that swerve and make it the main event. But this is going to end up probably, I think, gets the most time. It's going to get the most time. It's going to get the most bill, and it's going to be. Bottom line, it's going to be the match of the night. It's going to be that. There's going to be riveting. It's going to be that much emotion. This is really bottom line. This is one of the best storylines that we've had in professional wrestling in the past 6 years. Just about. I give it 6.
People were claiming that it should win an Emmy.
Like just from top to bottom, it's just been, and the beauty of this is that after this particular, when I see the Sammy and KO win these tag titles, the story is going to keep going. It's going to keep going. It's not over by a long shot. So it's just like, I'm just glad to see we're going to get this. Sammy and KO are going to end up probably getting their WrestleMania moment. I still would hope that if this ends up being the main event of night one, once again, KO gets he's got another main event under his belt. Sammy finally got his wish. He's finally got a WrestleMania main event under his belt. This is good. This is good. This is honestly dope and good for tag team wrestling. So we just have to just say appreciate it. Just be happy that we ended up getting this match.
Definitely.
Preach. Stretch.
It's got to be Zayn and Owens. I mean, every WrestleMania has at least one moment that just makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside. This is it.
Okay. That's the one.
So when they get those titles and raise them above their heads and they embrace, I mean, full circle. That's
it.
Well, that one is unanimous that the winners will be KO, and Sammy. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, your main event. The winner of the 2023 Royal Rumble, Cody Jackson, LeVar Burton Rhodes, versus the Tribal Chief, the head of the table, the big dog, your undisputed WWE Universal WWE Heavyweight Champion of the world.
And the man who eats the big piece of chicken in the Smith household.
Of the world. Jada Pinkett Smith wish he had an entanglement with this man.
That's right.
Your Tribal Chief. Stretch. Hey, Stretch. Let them know. Let them know. Roman Reigns. Listen. You know, Cody is the, you know, he's been going by the prince of professional wrestling for so long. His father, Dusty Rhodes, being one of the greatest minds of all time, Daddy. His brother, Dustin Rhodes, the natural, Gold Dust, former champion of many titles. Some of the best promos of all time involve that man. Some of the most memorable promos. Cody Rhodes. God, we saw him grow up in the wrestling ring. In the wrestling industry. We watched him leave what people would consider the inside of the pearly gates. To go venture and create something huge. To come back inside those pearly gates. To fulfill a destiny. To become the first Rhodes. To hold a heavyweight title inside of the WWE. But on the other side, you got the man that needs no introduction. You got the man who, whoever you put in front of him, he smashed them. Smashed two men at once. Y'all remember that? Did it twice. He left some people running. Y'all don't remember that shit, do you? The man who brought his bloodline together. His cousins, longest reigning tag team champions of all time. His other cousin, the Enforcer. Brought the wise man to a new prominence. Forget about being an advocate. Advocates for losers. Stretch, you want to be an advocate?
It would be my pleasure to be his advocate.
No, not his advocate. Do you want to be a advocate, or would you rather be a wise man?
I'd rather be a wise man.
That's shit. Man, listen. You have this man who has been 940 days to date. In 3 nights. He'll be 940 days. You have the tribal chief, the head of the table. The GOAT. The man who's in God mode. Roman Reigns. I think I did them both justice, right? Yeah, that was good. Yeah. Damn. I was that boring. It's fucked up.
Wrap it up, B. great, wonderful introduction. We all know who's winning the match. Well, we actually don't know who's winning the match because the match hasn't even been finalized yet. Who's winning the match?
We have
But
no idea.
I think it's just time to give it to Cody Rhodes. I mean, you're gonna have him muster up a rematch at Backlash or SummerSlam.
Cody
Nah,
Rhodes.
man. Roman's put the company on his back for 2+ years. It's time enough he just, gets to really be a part-timer and pop up when need be. The bloodline can survive on their own separately. Solo's fine by himself. The Usos can do their own thing.
I think a certain Fatu should think about it.
I mean, that's if he's not destroying the Indies or something at some point.
I said think about it.
But for anybody who doesn't know who he's referring, Jacob Fatu, definitely check him out. Yeah, I think Cody should win. I think it's time. They found a proper baby face that everybody's 100% behind. Even though we had Sammy, but Sammy himself said that he does not consider himself a face of a company. Cody's perfect. Cody will do the John Cena like work. Cody has learned the ins and outs of owning a wrestling company.
Yes, sir.
To be able to own his own gym and facility and teach the youth. And he just recently said he had John Cena at the Nightmare Factory teaching his kids, cool. And I think that's absolutely amazing. But he's done the work. He's been building his career to this upward trajectory of being the face of a company. And I think everything he's tried to do in AEW is perfect for WWE. It is the bigger stage. Absolutely. His character is larger than life, and that's exactly where he needs to be. He needs to be the face of the company. And rare do you say that about many people, but this man has done the work, has done the traveling, has built himself back up built himself back up from the Stardust, and has positioned himself to become the Homelander and the Patriots and the whatever you want to call him, the freedom fighter, as you say, for this company. So I do wish Cody Rhodes well, because not only is he going to have amazing feuds from here on out, he will be the face of the company. And to be the driver of John Cena, as well as learn so much from that tree directly before his leaving of WWE, I think he's perfectly in sync to do what needs to be done. So, well done, Cody. You've went from undesirable to undeniable in truth. And you're definitely winning that belt this Sunday.
And this is coming from a man who hated you.
I hated what AEW did to you.
Well,
WrestleMania is meant for Cody Rhodes. He has been damn near unstoppable, even from his torn pec. He still came back on top. He still came back like he never left. Everybody kept trying to, the naysayers kept trying to doubt Cody's superstardom. You guys tried to sit here and say like Sammy needed to be in the main event when that just never was the case. Sammy was and you saying that try to say that Cody was stale, but then when every time you guys see videos or see clips of him on Raw, or you see him at the live shows, you see everybody's cheering him, everybody's singing his songs. So it goes to show you Cody has really arrived. And it's a beauty to see how sometimes all it takes for you to really, I guess, if you want to say make it in WWE, if you are a homegrown WWE talent and you didn't make it your first go around, once you go, you go all around, go around the indies, do what you have to do. You just come back and it's like you never left. You're almost beloved. Mm-hmm. I don't think anybody ever thought that Cody was going to get this type of love.
Yep.
No, I don't think nobody ever thought he was going to get love like this. And it makes sense. It just makes sense that Cody has to win. Because it's like if Cody doesn't win, then it gets to the point of then who's going to beat Roman? Who beats Roman? Nobody. That's And that's not. And granted, yes, they've built Roman to be basically like he's like the ultimate final boss in WWE. So it just only makes sense. You have to have somebody like Cody Rhodes is like the ultimate hero. He's the ultimate hero. He's the hero. He's the super baby face that this company needs right now. They need this company. They have a super baby face as the woman. They have a super baby face with Bianca. So you need a super baby face with Cody. It just makes sense. It makes perfect sense. And now it just works. I feel Cody will win. Cody. It's hands down. It's gonna be. I feel like Cody's gonna have a glorious. It's gonna be an over the top entrance. I already know it's gonna be over the top. It's gonna be freaking annoying. Roman's entrance is gonna be long and boring. He's gonna take about 20 minutes to get to the ring, longer than the Undertaker ever did. So it's just this is how as you can see, Cody's winning. There's nothing more really to even go on. We don't even have to keep going on with it. We all know Cody's gonna win. Cody's gonna win, and that's when the spiral of the bloodline truly begins. That's when we're gonna be into the final phase of the story. This is it. Like Cody's able to finish the story, but now we're gonna look at Roman's side and be like, now it's over. It's done. And he can just go away and just never come back for a while.
Fall of the Roman Empire. Yep.
Can't wait.
That's when the ones become the twos. Or the threes or the fours. Whichever one you want to put them as.
You're on mute.
Well, it's your turn.
Say my name, damn it. Anyway,
I hate you.
how does that song go? Am I the only one who obviously sees that Cody is going to ring? Adrenaline in my soul. It's quite obvious that it's Cody Rhodes.
So
I don't think they would go through the trouble of building him for this long. I mean, his story, he's the only guy really. Number one, I agree with your assessment. I don't think anybody expected him to get this much love off the bat.
Nope.
This is quite amazing. I didn't think he'd get this type of reaction. Push maybe, but not reaction. He's legitimately liked, which goes to show you just how different the WWE and AEW audiences are. Because I always said, I have no problem with his wrestling ability. I always hated his character in AEW. It just didn't fit. And I'm like, if he did this in WWE, he probably would get over it. And lo and behold, he's gotten over. More than over. He's over like gangbusters. People are legitimately cheering for this guy. And, I think that he's one of the only guys that can sustain such an injury. Like a torn pectoral muscle is nothing to scoff at. And he lost absolutely no momentum whatsoever. People were ready for him to come back. And he came back and won the Royal Rumble in believable fashion. He has... I think that the Roman story here, while not over, he doesn't really need the title at this point, to stay interesting. It's been a great touch, the fact that he is the longest reigning champion in God knows how long. I think since the 1980s, if I'm not mistaken. I think he surpassed Hogan's reign, has he not?
He has.
Yes, he's surpassed Hogan's reign. I don't think he'll ever enter Backlund or territory, obviously. It's much more, but the fact that he's been on top for this long, and he's literally been the most interesting guy, I think, in the wrestling world. He is the number one heel. I could care less how many thousands of Dave Meltzer's subscribers vote for his meaningless awards, but he's been on top since the pandemic era, and during that pandemic, he's the guy that kept WWE afloat creatively. Everybody was all eyes on Roman, right? Roman is day in and day out the most interesting guy on the show. With that said, I don't think he needs the title to be that anymore. So let Cody win this match, let him get the title. He can branch off and do so many different feuds. The Seth Rollins thing is still there. I would love to see him in there with Gunther at some point. Because they had an amazing route at the Royal Rumble. I think that people would definitely want to see that feud. I think Lesnar's on the table for Cody. There's a lot of different parts there's a lot of different people they can put him in there with. Austin Theory. The one feud, however, I will say this, head and shoulders above every other feud that they could possibly do with Cody Rhodes. They have to do this. Randy Orton. Randy Orton comes back. Him and Cody Rhodes must touch.
Must.
It is full circle. That is a full circle moment right there.
Absolutely.
They must touch. Like from he was a pup in Legacy to now, and you bring Orton back as only the bastard heel that he can be.
Yep.
I mean, the tickets sell themselves. Sign me up. Like they have to touch at some point, But Cody's definitely, I think, going to win, like without question.
To keep it a buck, I wouldn't even be mad if that's Randy's last match. Like I think that's a fitting end to his career, facing Cody.
Career versus title. Yeah. Come back for one big match.
It would be fucking amazing. Yeah, man. I think it's obvious that we know that Cody's going for the dub on this one. This man is Cody Rhodes' time. It's Cody Rhodes' time. And that's to take nothing away from Roman and the amazing work that he's been able to do. The amazing work that he's been able to have with so many different people involved. So first and foremost, thank you, Roman, for everything. No matter if people liked it or hated it, it was captivating. So you did an amazing job. It's Cody Rhodes' time. I really don't think there's much else to say except that I actually wouldn't be surprised if Roman wins. I think it's Cody's time, but I wouldn't be shocked. Well, I would be, but not like overly shocked.
You diminish the WrestleMania moment by giving him the belt. Honestly, I don't think they managed to screw this up. You can give me Roman versus Cody again at Backlash for sure and send him on his way properly, but I don't think Cody loses this match. I don't think so either. Honestly, they would literally be losing their shit if they think that Cody should lose this match. I think that's dumb. Pull the trigger. Roman's tried so many things to rattle this man. He's already defeated Solo Sikoa. There's no possible way you're going to tell me that Roman's winning that match. And I'm not saying you specifically, but anybody.
No, I get what you're saying.
But no way in hell you have Roman win this match. Yeah. Just to have the rematch. If you're going to have the rematch, let Roman lose the belts and let him try to regain it and show that Cody is 10 toes down, unstoppable at this point. And he's finally broken, into the bloodline armor. It took 3 people, but it took 3 unstoppable, persistent presences to do this in the bloodline.
Right, exactly.
So,
exactly. Man, this is tuning up to be a hell of a WrestleMania. I think everybody's really excited about the card. I think this has the possibility to be one of the best cards they've had in a long time, and that's not.
And it's simple.
Away. Yeah, very simple, and that's not to take away from any of the past work. Excuse me.
I feel 7 matches on night 1 and 6 matches on night 2. I think that's awesome. Honestly,
yeah.
It's not 14 matches both nights. It's not overbearing. I mean, who knows? They can probably add a match. We might get a Bobby Lashley match on Sunday. Who knows?
Yep. So I mean, especially considering he's more than likely going to win the Andre the Giant Battle Royal tomorrow.
Yep. And if things persist, we might get him in LA Knight. If LA Knight does what I think he's going to do,
that'd be cool.
Just break the damn trophy.
Also, don't forget tomorrow night is also tomorrow afternoon. If I'm not mistaken. Is ROH Supercard of Honor.
7
so make
p.m.
sure to check that out. There's a lot of stuff going on, so that's going to be a hell of a night too. So you got multiple screens in your house. Put both on, that and SmackDown. Make sure you follow what's going on, and then we'll go from there. You know what I mean? So
Hall of Fame is also tomorrow night as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. Hall of Fame's tomorrow. Stand and Deliver. Make sure to watch that at 1 o'clock on Saturday.
Yep.
Night 1 of WrestleMania, and then night 2 of WrestleMania, and then your typical stuff.
Night
Raw,
1 starts at
NXT.
7 or 8.
I
I
think
think
they
it's
both
7,
start at
right?
7. I'm not sure. I think they both start at 7.
Let me check.
Da, 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 da. Sorry. Oh God, I can't see. I'm blind. 8. Oh, it's 8. It's 8 o'clock.
Jeez.
8 o'clock both
It's going
nights.
till 1 o'clock, ladies
No,
and
it might
gentlemen.
not. It might not. It might not. So, but yeah, man, that's WrestleMania. So make sure to follow next week. We will talk about said WrestleMania and the night after Raw. And then if there's some stuff to talk about with AEW and or NXT, because there's always shocks that week, the week after WrestleMania, and we shall talk about it. And I might try to get some people in it. So, ladies and gents, thank you so much for following. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. And gentlemen, let's do what we do.
Took one out of Stretch's book tonight. Okay. So we got Quiet Storm actually being quiet. We have Professor Kabi on the 1s and 2s as well. And I'm just there. Good energy. I have to speak, unfortunately. So tomorrow night at 10 o'clock during Hall of Fame, if you want to watch Hall of Fame, God bless you. But if you don't want to watch Hall of Fame, I am doing my double game giveaway tomorrow night. I will be streaming Resident Evil Remake from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight, and I'll be doing a double game giveaway every hour from 10 to 12. So that's 2 giveaways. That's 1 giveaway per hour. I want to say around the 45-minute mark, and I will have my spinny wheel ready live for people to see and enjoy. If you are interested, go to my page, youtube.com/@StrykerDragoon131, where you will be able to see the Thank You 2023 video. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and make sure you comment on that video. Thank you, Dragoon Haven. That is your only way to be eligible to get into this double game giveaway. And the giveaway will be the games will be given away next Friday. April, was it? It'll be 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. April 7th. So it'll be next Friday, April 7th. I'll be giving away the games per, standard edition selection. Also Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, the same at StrykerDragoon. And that's about it. Have a good night. See you tomorrow.
And as always, I'm your man K Marvel. You can find me at Instagram and Twitter at Mr. Marvel87. Also, you can follow the other show I'm a part of, a different angle. It's on prn.live every Friday night at 5 p.m. You can follow that on Instagram and Twitter at 88pod. We're actually talking about the recent school shooting in Nashville. So first and foremost, our prayers and thoughts go out to all the families and friends and everybody involved. To hell, it's over it. You can follow us, the Four Corners of Commentary, on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at the Council of Commentary. You can follow us on TikTok at Council of Commentary and on Twitter at CO Commentary. Also, you can listen to us on all of your favorite streaming platforms, some being YouTube, like right now, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Audible, and iHeartRadio. Know what I mean? Guys, excited about WrestleMania. It's going to be a good time. Folks, this way. We are your Four Corners of Commentary. And it's all 4 of us. There it is. And we out. Peace.